Well, hello, we are back in the vegetable garden because that is where I live when it is sunny and warm out. And today is all about tomatoes. So I grow lots of tomatoes. The ones in this vegetable garden are just for heirloom, beauty, and just to enjoy for fresh eating as opposed to canning. So I do all different colored ones here. And the thing is, I grow indeterminate tomatoes, which means they get huge. They can get 6 foot plus and they can get wide and big. And sometimes the foliage can get too much and actually crowd them out, make fruit so it doesn't ripen as well. And so instead there is some selective trimming we can do to make sure they do well. So let's get in there, I'll show you what I'm doing, and I think it will do well. So as you can see, this tomato is really healthy and full and is growing really vigorously, but it's starting to really get kind of really tight in there. So as you come in here and see, every time a tomato sends out a leaf, it sends out then right here what's called a sucker. And it's right in the Y of the leaf and the stem. And what that sucker does is eventually grow almost a whole plant by itself. It gets massive, it gets big, it gets heavy, and it crowds out all the inside of the plant. So if you are like me and want to control somewhat the size and make so you have a really healthy, sturdy plant, but also light and air can always get through, which helps disease stay away, it helps mildew stay away, you want to get in here and start pruning off all these little suckers. So like when you see them, you can just nip them off, or if you have big ones, you can actually use a secateur. So like down here, you see there's a leaf right here, and then it grew out. Look how big already this sucker is. It looks like it's part of the plant, which it kind of is, but it's really sucking energy out of the plant itself. So I'm removing it, and I'm looking all over where those are gonna be, because every time there's a sucker like that, it's taking nutrients away, it's taking, energy away from the main plant, and then it's gonna make so some of the tomatoes don't ripen, it gets too full. So as I'm doing that, do you see how it's opening up? It's looking more like a single stem plant. And also what's important is the leaves that are touching the ground, always nip them off. And I like to do that with the nippers just because sometimes it tears if you don't. But the reason we do that is because a lot of diseases in tomatoes are soil borne. So when they touch the soil and they sit on the soil, they can actually pick up diseases. So look how much more open that plant is. It's gonna allow more light and air through. It's gonna keep it healthier. It's gonna help it so it has just better ripening and better overall structure, and it's gonna grow better. So as they grow, I have rings around mine. You can use stakes, bamboo stakes, make a teepee out of them, whatever works for you. As they grow, I will eventually take this to the side, and I will use just kind of garden Velcro. It's soft, and you can make different sizes of it. And I like to just attach it. Because guess what? Where I live, if I didn't have big cages, the wind, the storms, sometimes straight line winds, sometimes derechos, sometimes tornado-like winds, they can want to topple these tomatoes. So I, every so often, as it grows, will tie it onto the sides, give it room so it can move, so it just doesn't want to snap off, but it will help it stay sturdier and help it grow better. So I hope you can see that this is why some people remove those suckers. It helps control it, but it also helps open it up so it's healthier, lighter, airier. So as always, what do I hope? I hope you share these videos around. Yeah, it helps me, but you know what? It helps the world know that gardening is doable. It can be easy, whether you're doing 1 tomato or 20 tomatoes, it is doable. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. So check my website, wiseguide.com, for tips, tricks, recipes. All my recipes are on there. It is so much of me, too much of me, but check it out if you want any information. Until next time, I'm gonna keep working in the garden because there's always something I want to do.